All right. We are back into 907 Live, J Boogie on the radio. This is GA2AK. I'm missing my co-host right now. I'm just saying because, normally we got, even though we've had a live show tonight, I appreciate everybody calling in. Chris Starr, welcome home. Sweet's coming all the way from the East Coast calling in. Then we took it all the way back to Georgia. Even though Maniac is not with me right now, I had to have somebody in Georgia representing Spaced Out Magazine, Young Bank. Thank you very much for calling in. So I'm going to go ahead and take it on over to where my home is. I'm going to take it all the way to the West Coast. California is calling in. Words Babylon. How you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, we're good. How you doing?
So, I'm just out here loving the weather, wondering what Alaska's looking like.
You know what?
I'll tell you the truth.
I liked you until just now, and you got jokes.
I'll tell you the truth. I just got jet lag from all the places you talked about. You guys were talking about, and people you were talking to. I got tired from listening. I was like, damn, we just traveled across the country.
Okay, you had to go from that East Coast time all the way back to the Pacific Coast. Right now we're up in Alaska standards, but you didn't have to rub that in. I'm just really sour about your comment about the weather. You could come home anytime. We're waiting for you. You know what? I am actually looking forward to coming down to California within the next few months or so. Maybe we can get together and see what you guys are working on, and maybe we can help make that happen. Maybe I'll take a trip. Now, where are you at? Because I'm going to Southern California.
No, I'm in the Bay Area. I'm in Northern California. Most of California, as you know very well, as most people are somewhat aware of, it's a complete tropical paradise. If I've lived in a few other states, and I'll tell you the truth. As soon as the weather gets bad, I run away. So people who live in any other states besides California, I got a lot of respect for them. You guys are soldiers. You guys are on the front lines.
You know what? It took 3 times. I had to come up here 3 times. Each time it snowed. The first 2 times, I ran back home. I was like, what the hell is this shit? I was like, I'm not having it. So, I had to go back to where I could walk on beaches and see the palm trees. I'm very envious of your weather right now. Anyway, so tell me about Words Babylon, though.
Words Babylon is the auspicious moniker that I created for myself. Basically, I grew up, with an extreme love for hip-hop. I really liked, the more intricate elements of it. I always really loved the lyricists, the heavy hitters, the people who could just rhyme all day, Most Def, Exhibit, all that kind of good stuff, Cannabis, people like him, as I got older and older, really just developed more and more and more, and eventually it was it was all I was doing was writing raps. And I grew up as a kid, I was always writing, always had my head in, in a pen and paper. That's always what was going on. Everybody's always like, what are you doing? I'm like, what do you mean? What am I doing? I'm over here writing raps, But, so, basically, after, spending so long writing raps and, trying to put it together, I finally, one day I was trying to think of a name, and words just, kind of hit me out of nowhere. And, the thing is, too, when you change your name to words, it really makes you think about words and what they mean, a lot.
So how long, you say pretty much all of your life, but when did you start taking it serious, getting in the studio and recording?
Now, I rapped, that was just what, I always was writing constantly from, age 13, 14, and then I really didn't start taking it seriously until I was 23. I'm 28 years old now. So it's kind of one of those things, it kind of fills my heart with sadness to think of all the time that I wasted, just running around doing nothing when I was younger. And it's so cool when I get to see, younger people who are out there. They're 19. I'm out there. They're doing their thing. They're vicious. They're killing it. I'm like, man, when you're my age, you're going to be this much farther ahead. So, any young people out there listening, you do stuff like you write, you mess around a little bit, you're kind of hesitant and scared. Like the first thing I tell everybody is just go do it. Just keep doing it, because that's the only way you're going to get better. That's a constant repetition, you know what I mean?
That's what's up. I definitely love it whenever people give words of encouragement. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get into one of these tracks that you had sent me. I'm pulling them up right now, I think. All right, I got 3 of them to choose from. I'm going to let you choose one of the 3. Let's Get Stoned. Made You Look.
The last one. See, that's one I was supposed to rap over, but I didn't. I was thinking, how would I do that? Would I just rap over the phone while the beat's playing, and then I would hear the beat in the phone, or would I just turn it up on my speakers, or what?
Yeah, I would go ahead and play the beat. You go ahead and do it right on cue. Once play the beat, you'll go. But you know what? We'll go ahead and save that one. That's that Made You Look, right?
Yes. That's a very special one.
All right. Well, you know what? We're going to save that. So we're going to go ahead and let's go get stoned, okay? Tell me a little bit about that track.
That's what I'm about.
Let you. All right, go ahead and intro that in.
What was that?
If you'd like, go ahead and intro that in.
Okay, all right. So, hey, this is Words Babylon. Right now, you guys are going to check out the Let's Get Stoned remix featuring Magic the Greats from my first album, For Lack of Better Words. And, yeah, it's definitely one of those songs to sit there and waste away your whole day listening to over and over on your couch while your mom yells at you to get a job.
Yo! Magic the Great remix. Babylon. This is the remix. Yo, where's the herb at? Learn that, light up the endo. Hot box aside, we gotta roll up the windows. White widow, blue dream, snow cap, sour diesel, granddaddy, train wreck. You need to peep how the weed smell. Get the peace out, see what the stack weighs. Remake, we won't meet up in the stack when I pass away. But I'ma smoke it till my last days like Max Vegas. Stay higher than the whole entire cap to half base. I got a chat fix if I'm not smoking. Hit the cannabis club in Richmond or Oakland. Taxes, so it's not a problem. Why argue? Let's get high and watch the Food Channel and cartoons. This is part 2, man, let's pick on a fast sack of grapes, spend half of the day doing nothing on our fat asses, blasted in the chase, Babylon, off and out the bomb, but Magic's the Great. So let's get high, let's get high, let's get stoned, let's get stoned, let's sit in my TV shows and let the day go, so let's get stoned, let's get stoned, let's get high, let's get high, let's sit in my Tibetas as our lives go by, so let's get high, let's get high, let's get stoned, let's get stoned, let's sit in my TV shows and let the day go, so let's get stoned, let's get stoned, let's get high, let's get high, let's sit in my Tibetas as our lives go by. Puff, puff and pass, cash the ass and load the grass, make it last in the flash of the fire. Get the lighter, spark it up, we're getting higher than the Empire State, but the state of the empire. Be perceiving me to be a fiend, but I'm a fiend for the green. Know what I mean? I turn the seed into a weed and then I burn it like you never seen. The freedom of the tree should be bestowed to everybody but the rats in the lobby of the Congress. Stand against the progress of the people and the freedom to be free of nonsense. Let me get a bong hit, I see nothing wrong with it. Everybody's gone, getting high all day long. It's the point to the song. Political and ethical opinions aside, roll a couple blunts and let's start getting high. Flip a couple pounds so we can keep up the ride. I'll be burning cannabis sativa till I die, putting off smoke like the California wildfires. Every time we hotbox, somebody calls the firefighters. Burn right through a lighter, then turn on the vaporizer. Yeah, we're quality assured and pushing pharmaceuticals like I was Pfizer. So let's get high, let's get high, let's get stoned, let's get stoned. Let's sit in my TV shows and let the day go. So let's get stoned, let's get stoned, let's get high, let's get high. Let's sit in my Tibetas as our lives go by. So let's get high, let's get high, let's get stoned, let's get stoned. Let's sit in my TV shows and let the day go. So let's get stoned, let's get stoned, let's get high, let's get high. Let's sit in my Tibetas as our lives go by.
All right, that's what's up. I'm not saying that I partake, but I'm just saying, if somebody said let's get high, I'm just going to say let's get high.
For sure.
Where's Babylon? Welcome back. I'm loving that one. I did definitely like that track right there.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Actually, a cool little story about that. I actually made the beat for that. And I made the beat for that without, it was one of those magical things that just put itself together with no effort. I literally made it in 5 minutes without thinking. And then I just kind of, looked up after putting a bunch of sounds together and, mixing them and putting them in the order I liked. And I was like, whoa. So.
All right, so you produce as well.
Yeah, I do here and there. It's been a little while since I've got the chance to get behind a computer, get behind a keyboard. I really like playing the guitar. I've been working on integrating that more and more, doing like acoustic rap type of stuff. I'm really all about just trying to incorporate rap and hip-hop and as many different elements of music as I possibly can,
Well, you know what? On one of our recent posts, I saw that you said that you do battles as well. You've done battles, or what has that experience been for you?
I've actually been doing battles for about the last 2 years. I started working with a few leagues in Central, actually towards where you were saying you're from, Central Cali. Assault and battling in particular, as well as Power and Respect. What was that?
Okay. Yeah, I'm from Bakersfield, Central Cali. The battle rap scene is pretty deep there too.
It's alive down there. I have a lot of fun every time I go down there, and it's so funny to the locals there, because I'm like, man, I love being down here, and they're like, really? Like, cause it's their home. You know how it is with people's hometowns. They always dislike, everybody. You always dislike where you're from. It's like the rule. You know what I mean? So like, they don't see anything special about it. When I go down there, I have a lot of fun. Everybody's really cool, good people, good artists. You know what I mean? Everybody works pretty hard. So I'm happy to be a part of that. I'm actually doing my first battle. I'm doing my first battle here for Grind Time here on May 3rd. So I'm really looking forward to get the chance, kind of step it up a little bit. Kind of feel like I'm in the minor league. So.
All right, who's going to be your opponent?
I'm actually battling a gentleman named Kevo. I didn't find too much stuff on him, so it kind of upset me. I think I'm gonna address those issues in the battle. Like, why I got to battle a guy who's only got 100 views? Like, what's that? What's that gonna do for any of us? But.
Well, that's very interesting. Maybe you can point us in his direction. Maybe we can interview him and find out what he would like to say about you. I don't know. I mean, I'm not talking no hype, but I'm just saying. No. He's,
it's all about, getting those in betweens, those behind the scenes stuff, building up, making it fun for people. I'm behind the scenes. That's it. That's my partner Andrew Easy in the background. He's kind of like my left hand man.
All right. What's up, Andrew Easy?
Oh, yeah. Oh boy, what's up? How you doing?
All right. Glad you're participating in the interview right there. And again, I'm going to go ahead and play one of these other tracks that we have, the If song, Words. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about this track, and then whenever we come back, we're going to find out where we can find you, all the links, and get to know more about more events that you got going on.
The If song, was one of the first times I really got the chance to sit there and kind of write about, a whole broad array of topics. Well, it kind of still, it doesn't really have a topic, but the topic is, that it's just jumping from topic to topic itself. So while, it's jumping from place to place, it's got this really cohesive philosophical kind of element, you know what I mean? Like, it always drives you back to, kind of the own questions that you'll find yourself asking yourself in your life consistently, about various situations. So, for me, that was the first song I ever did, and I saw a real reaction in people. And, to see that really pleased me. And so, this song, if it doesn't make you want to slap your mom, you can go ahead and slap me.
Oh, all right. Well, you know what? We're going to go ahead and get into that. The If song, Words of Babylon, on Enter 907 Live, GA2AK show.
Yeah.
If I was her, I never would have loved me. And if I was handsome, I'd probably still feel like I was ugly. And if I was smarter, I'd get my diploma or a degree. And if life was a sport, it'd be the most like rugby. And if I was a doctor, I'd say we had a disease. If I was a gang on the streets, I'd want to jump me. And if I was a hustler, I'd make it so breathing costed a fee. And if I was a leader, I'd be the one who set us free. And if I was the lightning that made the thunderclap, I'd cause an earthquake that tore the ground up from under man. And if I was Alice, I probably would have stayed in Wonderland. If I was more reasonable, I'd be able to understand. If I was the sun, I'd hate the moon and vice versa. And if I was someone, I'd make it to the right person. And if I'm not in love, then what we do tonight's worthless. And if I was a musician, I'd play a tune to find purpose. And if I was the law, I'd right all the wrongs. And if I was Santa Claus, you know I'd fight for the cause. And if I was stubborn, then that means that I'd have been right all along. And if I was alright, I'd have nothing to write in a song. And if I was God, I'd use my mic to make you all tremble. And the embodiment would be a figure that you all call the devil. And if I was right, well, I probably wouldn't feel this way at night. And if I was wrong, I'd probably start to feel like I belong. And if I was happy, my therapist wouldn't tell me otherwise. And if I'm not a thief, then how did I end up with my mother's eyes? And if the world's not black and white, why am I so colorblind? If I were to die, would I make it to the other side? And if I was found, I'd end up lost again. If I was complete, I wouldn't have this lack of confidence. If I had a band, we'd jam like Lauren Johnson did. And if I had a girlfriend, she'd die from lack of oxygen. If I was yours, you probably want to let me go. What if I'm not a human being? What if I'm an extraterrestrial? And if I cared at all, I never would have let myself be canvas. If I was following the signs, my path would not have been so aimless. And if I was half the man I act I am, I'd be able to take this. If we really believed in peace so much, we wouldn't be so racist and enslaved by hatred. If I was the bravest, I'd face it and sacrifice myself for the whole world and just to save it. And if I was afraid, I'd hide my face under the blankets. Get broken faces we put together after you break them. If I was nameless, it would only be proclaimed by sages. If I was awakened, I'd be trying to escape from the matrix. If I was a mental patient, I'd be in the safest of places. If I was Satan, I'd instill fear in man's heart throughout ages. If I was watching TV, I'd get aggravated and change it. If I was a painter, you know I'd hate the painting I'm painting. And if I was the air, my breeze would be deafening. If I was the earth, I'd let you use me until little was left of me. And if I was the water, I'd rush towards you threateningly. And if I was the fire, I'd consume and destroy everything. And if I was an alien, I think the human race is weak. And if I was religious, I know I was playing make-believe. And if I was a soldier, I'd be everything I was trained to be. And if I was you, I'd probably get the fuck away from me. And if I knew the truth, it'd just be another lie to me. And if I was the boss, I bet you even I would fire me. And if I was Jesus, I'd marry a Muslim for the irony. And if I am alive, it's only because I have died to be. And if I took my pills, I could function in society. And if I wasn't crazy, I wouldn't smile every time I bleed. If we could admit that we only see what we try to see, we know it's a word of possibilities that really make life this deep.
Love, love, life, life, love, love, life, 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 life, love, stress and setbacks for those trying to breathe. Show me where your head's at.
This is Enter 907 Live Radio, bringing you the latest hits by independent artists worldwide. All right, and we are back with Words Babylon, right out in California. How are you doing? You know what? That was great. I enjoyed listening to you.
Oh, I'm so happy because, like, that's, I mean, you know, as an artist, that's all you want to do is make something that somebody else enjoys. You know what I mean? So that right there, that makes my evening. I mean, there was something I forgot to say about that song specifically. It's actually the beat is actually from an Atmosphere song. Love Life is the particular song. So I know if there's any hip hop heads out there, they're like, hey, this guy's a phony. So you know, let me say it. That was not my beat. We didn't make that. It wasn't made in house. That was an Atmosphere song that we took, and hopefully he doesn't come and sue us because we're not making very much money.
Like, good luck, right? Good luck. Just wait till we blow up first.
Right?
All the way.
I have a feeling that's the last thing an independent artist would do, so.
Well, you know, I have, aside from the battle that's coming up, you said that's May 3rd?
It's going to be May 3rd. It's going to be in Fresno, California. I can't quite remember where the venue is at. But yeah, I'm noticing Fresno's for Assault and Battling and Grind Time. And Assault and Battling are a really cool league. I've worked with them before. Absurd rules it. And he's pretty much, I mean, that dude's like a battle rap legend. You know, he's been rapping for a long time, and he's been at the forefront. You know, he's doing a lot of stuff and has been doing a lot of stuff I hope to be doing and I'm trying to get into. So I always got a lot of respect for people like that. Oh,
definitely. You know what? We have a battle league. We have a couple of battle leagues up here, you know, taking formation.
Yeah. I just checked you guys out on YouTube, but I definitely, you know, if afterwards or even now, if you want to give me, you know, let me know about some cool names to look up. I definitely want to check out your scene more. I checked out Mike Petterock out there. He's pretty dope.
Oh, yeah,
he's grinding. He's working really hard, and it's always good to see people working hard, you know.
Oh man, that is multitasking, every type of entrepreneur right there. From his studios right now, you hear me speaking of the Alaska Hip Hop Awards a lot right now. We're definitely trying to get this off and running. But Mike Petterock is nominated. He has a nomination for Personality of the Year on this station, and as well as his studio, his networking. You know, Mike does his cyphers.
I mean, basically he's like the coolest guy in the world.
You know, and he's the only thing on Google. I mean, if you ever ask him, if you try to Google Petterock, he's going to be the only thing on Google you will find.
For sure. We've communicated back and forth just a little bit here, and you know, he definitely seems like a cool dude. I mean, like I said, I see him working all the time, and you know, I mean, it's not just music; it's with anything. You know, it's hard to find ways to consistently work. You know, and I mean, I'm definitely one of those people. I'm always looking for new avenues, always trying to find, you know, new hustles, new things to be involved with. So when I see other people doing it, I got a lot of respect for that kind of stuff.
Well, tell me, since you have, you know, taking your art form seriously, what has been some of your struggles?
Taking my art form seriously is one struggle. You know, because you want to take things serious, but you don't want to take them too serious. You know, you don't want to lose all your hair, you know, because you care about your music so much. And it's, you know, and it's the type of thing, you know, it's an uphill struggle. You know, it's like doing anything you really, really want to do in life. Like it's not just going to work out, you know, and you're going to have to go in and you're going to have to know nothing. And, you know, everybody around you is going to know all kinds of stuff. But, you know, people aren't volunteering information. They don't have time to sit there and teach you and stuff like that. And, I mean, I totally understand that kind of stuff. You know, it's like time is money. And basically it's like, you know, if you're not able to figure stuff out on your own, you kind of get left in the dust. So the music industry is just, it's a really competitive industry. I mean, but at the same time, too, it's one of the coolest things I've ever had to be a part of. Like, I mean, it's like it's something I can't, you know, I can't, even if I wasn't, you know, making music and recording, like, I'd still be, you know, writing in my room or working on beats. And then, I mean, it's one of those things. It's like, it's, you know, it's therapy for me. And then when you want to take it, and, you know, you want to turn it into, like, you know, a job, basically, you know, it becomes a job, and you have to kind of, you know, balance the two. You still have to have fun, but, you know, you still have to make it a job. You know, you have to come out with, you know, you have to make your money back. You know, you can't spend money on CDs and T-shirts and put shows together.
It becomes a very expensive hobby.
Right, yeah, exactly. You know, and I mean, I'm all about hobbies and stuff like that, but it's like, you know, it's and that's the hard thing to balance too, because, you know, if you're, for anybody who's getting into the music game, it's like, you know, that whole thing, you know, trying to get outside your area, trying to get to know people. It's like, you know, it's not an easy task. And I mean, the thing is too, it's like, I notice, you know, there's some musicians in some places you work well with, and some places, you know, you don't. It's just kind of like a matter of mixing the puzzle pieces together sometimes.
You know what? We're going to go ahead and we have this freestyle beat that we're going to go ahead and make sure that the sound is right with you right now, and then we're going to go ahead and restart the beat once we got the sound right. And then we'll let you go ahead.
Thank you so much. That makes me happy.
All right, well, let's go ahead and try to see how loud this beat is over your voice. So,
yeah. Yo, how am I sounding? Yo, check it out, I'm about to hit your town. and I'm clowning like Bozo. Check it out, I'm yelling YOLO. Leave these fools to extinct like the dodo. Did that sound alright? Should I say my big boy more?
All right. Here we go. We got the perfect way right there. We're gonna go ahead and let you get into it. Before you start,
I feel like we're aligned with the universe right now. This is beautiful.
Definitely. Go ahead, Word. Speak them.
Give it, Word.
Yo. Come on, Yeah, rappers say yo a lot at the beginning of their songs. Check it, yo, back from Dimension X, practicing witchcraft. I came to take names down, and after that, kick ass with the hip-hop and flip-flops, the sandals that mismatch. We're going to hit you in the air with ready for no wristband. I'm an alien. My spacecraft was dispatched to snatch of human beings with a beat and kidnap and experiment on them in my lab, and I kept tabs on their actions afterwards with skin tag implants. Everything was great till I drank that six-pack. Got stranded on the planet on the day that my ship crashed. As a kid, I ran with outcasts, caused rap and constantly skip class, always in the mishaps. Isn't that? I'm so fly, I ride on the witch's broom and every carry myself like samurai ninjas do. I'm not kidding you. Call me James Bond on a mission to trip with the thickest ticket. It's official. Everywhere I go, it is a zoo. I'm like a monkey eating you. Wear my own shit and through. Fly to kick you in the jewels and empty my finish moves. I'm finna jump through the radio right in your living room. Every day I sleep until it is noon. These fools got the game confused, the way misconstrued. The first rapper to ever turn Neptune in the moon. Shout out to J-Boogie for doing this interview. I'm explosive in the booth. My rhymes are arson. Call 911, hit up the fire department. MCs are gonna die, sacrifice for the harvest. Pile up the carcasses because Osiris is starving, king of the jungle. My name is Cos and I got an afro on my chest. On my back and my armpits breaking. Guitars like a rock star trying to start shit. I'm a heat-guided missile that's the quietest target. I'm armed with ninja stars that's fighting in sharp thick. Spikes on my private parts, I'm vital and heartless. A tireless tyrant and titan spars with Leviathan to giant cyclopses and Martians. I travel a million miles past stars and parsecs. Prospering to the hyperdrive makes me car sick. They say I'm out my mind and that my style's retarded, but I'll just outline. My guitar's catharsis from before. You decide to criticize what art is. Keep in mind 99% of what we buy is garbage. I'm on the front line. So I retire and pardon myself and say goodbye. Get taken now with the pardon. I'm a Stolian cancer. A natural disaster up in time, space, the matter with the freestyle rap. Cause I'm cold like the ice caps out in Alaska. Dyslexic motherfuckers got the game back backwards. Tell me, after I finish when I never deserve. I'm a decorated veteran with medals and hearts. My rhymes open other realms and bend dimensions apart. I perfect the art of perfecting the art. But yo, when I'm old, I'll be a creepy John who is a 19-year-old bride, completely suave. But at least I won't be some sneaky peeping Tom, jacking off, sniffing G-string thongs. And I don't drink flashy crap. I don't drink Ciroc or buy all this shit that people think is hot. Yo, I don't need no stupid clean box because you know I stay on the ground like some stupid straws. Yo.
All right.
Well, I'm all ready after that.
Word Babylon, baby.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. Like, I mean, because I was on my phone, so I'm not even sure if I went off beat.
Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you that was a full 2.5 minutes of pure freestyle.
Yeah, I kind of got a problem with that. Wherever I go, they're like, hey, you're rapping way too much. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't help it.
Definitely. You know what? It was a pleasure having you on. You know, right now, I must say, you have taken my show over on a record level. I am 3, 4, 5 minutes late off of the show with words. I'm just going to tell you right now.
The show, I am honored.
So you know what? It was great talking to you tonight. We appreciate you. We definitely will keep your music in rotation, especially that Let's Get Stoned. You know, I'm about to take that note and go do that. And
it was an honor. It was an honor getting the chance to talk to you guys. I really appreciate you guys, talking to me, playing my music, helping get me out there and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? If you guys ever need a favor, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Have your people call my people.
We have a saying around here. I got me, so we got we.
Yeah, and can I get some shout-outs real quick?
Definitely. Go ahead.
Shout-outs to A and Dreezy, Scholar, The Melting Pot, Subliminal the Kid, Magic the Great, Still Doll, Ambient Abstractions, everybody in our crew, Malachi Beats, check all of them out. And yeah, thank you guys for having us on the show. We really, really, really appreciate it.
Sure do.
We're muted.
No doubt, no doubt.
Did I go off mute?
Thank you again. Thank you.
Yeah,
All right. Well, I'm having complications with the mute button and the live button, but you know what? We definitely enjoyed having Words Babylon on. Andres, I believe that was his name. Thanks for sitting in. It was an honor being on air tonight. Huge shout out to everybody calling in. Chris Starr, Sweet, Indie Music, Young Bank, Spaced Out Magazine, Words Babylon. Looking forward to seeing that battle May 3rd.